Hi students, welcome to physics class. Today we are going to discuss about an important concept, that is relation between torque and moment of inertia. Once again, today our concept is relation between torque and the moment of inertia. Now see, take this is x-axis, this is y-axis, the angle between them is 90. This is z-axis. Now take M1, take a point on the z-axis, its name is O. Take a mass of a particle M1. The position vector is R1. Take another mass of a particle M2. Its position vector is R2. Take another mass of a particle Mn. Its position vector is Rn and so on. Now take this whole is a system. It is a system. Consider along the z here, this is anti-clockwise direction, angular acceleration alpha, and also omega is angular velocity. Now the velocity is along perpendicular to position vector. Say V1. Here the velocity is perpendicular to position vector. Say V2. Here the position vector, here the velocity Vn is perpendicular to position vector Rn. Now, when a torque acts on a body, about an axis, it produces an angular acceleration alpha in the body. Therefore, alpha angular acceleration is equal the rate of change of angular velocity by time. Now, the angular acceleration and angular velocity will be same for all, same for all particles of the body. Now, the linear acceleration will depend on the linear acceleration A will depend on their distances R1, comma R2 and so on Rn from the axis of rotation. Now, the linear acceleration in the bracket small a of the first particle is given by that is A1 is equal to R1 alpha. Consider equation number 1. And force acting on the first particle force acting on the first particle is given by F1 is equal to M1 R1 into alpha. What is the formula actually? Actually the formula is M1 A1. Consider equation number 2. Now 1 into, therefore F1 is equal to M1. What is A1? R1 alpha. Consider equation number 3. Now torque acting on the first particle is given by torque is equal to force in perpendicular distance into force. Consider equation number 4. Now equation 4, equation 3, substitute in 4. Three in 4. Therefore, torque tau 1 is equal to R1 into what is F1? M1 R1 alpha. Therefore, torque tau 1 is equal to M1 R1 into R1 square into alpha. Consider this is equation number 5. Therefore, total torque acting on the rigid body is given by once again total torque acting on the rigid body is given by what is the formula? Total torque tau is equal to tau 1 plus tau 2 plus and so on plus tau n. Consider equation number 6. Now what is tau 1? M1 R1 square alpha plus M2 R2 square alpha plus and so on plus Mn Rn square alpha is tau. Therefore, tau is equal to alpha is common. Therefore, M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square plus and so on plus Mn Rn square, that is equal to alpha into, may I write, sigma m r square, that is equal to alpha into I, torque tau is equal to, since sigma I is equal to 1 to sigma I is equal to n, that is mi r I square is equal to I, or else sigma m r square is equal to I. Therefore, torque tau is equal to I into alpha. This is relation between torque, moment of inertia and angular acceleration. This is equation number 7. Therefore, torque is equal to alpha into I. Consider equation number 7. That means torque is equal to angular acceleration into moment of inertia. Note, torque tau is equal to alpha into I. Alpha is equal to tau by I, and also I is equal to tau by I, tau by alpha. Consider equation 1. Consider equation number 2. Consider equation number 3. These 3 equations are important in the numericals, so that we have to remember. We should be remember. Now go for a next concept. However, thank you very much for watching this video. The conclusion, what we understood from this one, tau is equal to alpha into I, alpha is equal to tau by I is equal to tau by alpha.